Greetings fellow members of the Esoteric Order of Gamers! If you've been following me on Twitter and Facebook, you may have seen recently I posted a picture of a huge bunch of goodies I got from Osprey Games. They're really nice people and they sent me a whole bunch of stuff. Well, today is the first unboxing from that pile and it is Wildlands by Martin Wallace. I've had my eye on this one for a while. Really great to get a copy and check it out. So let's unbox it together, shall we? Hey, and talking about Facebook, I've got a brand new Facebook page. My old Facebook page, because of some technical muckering around by Facebook, it doesn't work anymore, so I had to launch a new one. So please do me a favour, go over to my new Facebook page. It's at EOGamersFB. But there's a link down in the show notes here. Go along there and please hit the follow button, because I used to have 1,700 followers and now I've only got a couple of hundred because I've got to get them all back again. So please go and follow it. I'd really appreciate it. Right, on with the unboxing. This is Wildlands. It's a light skirmish game by Martin Wallace. Really interesting for him. I mean, that's not usually the kind of thing he does, but he's quite a prolific and designer with wide-ranging tastes, and this game is apparently a lot of fun. I've heard really good things about it. It's also got some expansions as well, which hopefully I'll be showing you some of that stuff. I've got the Wildlands The Ancients one, which is co-op and solo as well. Anyway, let's open the core set and see what you get for your money. Very big and bold cover, lovely stuff. And here's our rulebook, Wildlands. There we go. Components, quick play rules, card breakdown, map breakdown. I like this big title at the top here. Common concepts, playing the game, default actions. That looks pretty straightforward, doesn't it? Of course, I'll be doing a rules summary and reference. You know I will, because I do it for every single game I've got in my collection, and they're all up at the Order of Gamers website at orderofgamers.com. Repeat after me, orderofgamers.com. Go and check it out. Here's a little reference thing on the back. That's the rules. Here's an advertisement for the expansion, The Unquiet Dead, which adds undead to the game. I went for Frostgrave as well, which is a tabletop miniatures game. Here's our board. This looks nice. Oh, I like the artwork. Ooh, let's get back from this a little bit, shall we? And check it out. What a great looking board. It's really nice. It's got a sort of slightly kind of comic feel, but it's not too comic-y. I really like it. There's numbers on all these sections or spaces. Looks like some kind of dungeon, and there's a pit over here. It's great. Now, is it? Oh, yes, it is. It's double-sided. Lovely. That's good. We've got an outdoor sort of wilderness area here. There's a entrance to the castle or whatever, the compound. Some ruined building down here. All kinds of stuff. There's a garden with a kind of pool. I really like it. It's colourful. It's bright. It's bold. Very nice indeed. I like that board. So that's the areas you'll be skirmishing over. And, oh, this looks nice. Look at this. Oh, here's something I wasn't expecting. You've got miniatures here, and they've been given a bit of a shadow treatment. I'll show you that a bit more closely. And I think... Oh, yes, there's another one under there. This is beautiful production. Very impressed with this. 2 plastic inserts with spaces for everything and dedicated spaces for all the miniatures. Lovely. Well, first off, we've got this active player marker, and I just want to pop this into my mouth and chew on it, really. It's just a delicious looking thing, isn't it? Kind of a purple, clear object. Really nice little marker, that. So I've just had a little look in the rulebook, and there are 4 factions, and each one has a set of these action cards, and it's got also a reference card like so, and they have character cards for each of the characters. So these are the characters of the Lawbringers. Matilda, a female Minotaur, which is something you don't see very often. Joni, James, Moira. And then they have these action cards. It's a card-driven skirmish system, so that's the meat of the game. So that's those ones. Then you have these ones. Now these are, let me see, these are the nomads with a G, gnomads, and these are the characters. And their action cards. Lovely bold cards, interesting characters. Great stuff. A reference card. Then there's the Guild of Mages. Oh, look at that. It's like an owlbear. Hugo. Gretchen. Great stuff. There's the action cards. Reference card. And finally we've got the Pit Fighters. Now, all these factions have different styles. There's Conrad in a very fetching kilt. They have different styles, different ways of playing, of course. So there are those. Also appreciating the fact that these wells have enough vertical space to fit sleeve cards and also enough space around the card itself. It's always good because I like to sleeve my cards. You also get 42 of these map cards. Just got numbers on them. That obviously coincides with the numbers that are on the board. A bunch of very nice translucent damage tokens. And then some crystal shards. And finally some bases you can put on your miniatures so you can easily identify them and what faction they belong to. And finally we've got the miniatures themselves. And these are very neat because they've given them just that little bit of a shading effect. So if you don't want to paint your miniatures, that just brings the detail out. It's really nice. These are the Lawbringers. I think that's great. I mean, I like to paint miniatures myself, but not everybody does. So it's very thoughtful for them to do that. There they are. They're not bad. Proportions are a little weird, but they're just little play pieces. Okay, Lawbringers. Then we've got the Nomads. This guy's like a little bit like C-3PO with a crossbow. This guy, very steampunk. And someone with an interesting mode of transport. A gnome with a very large wrench. Or, that's not a wrench, what do you call it? Spanner! Spanner! There you go. Next up, there's the members of the guild. These are the spellcasters, remember? Oh, there's that owlbear. Isn't that fantastic? An owlbear in a cloak. Love it. That's really good. Oh, these are great poses. Very dynamic little miniatures. We've got a witch. And then this big guy. He's kind of very meaty indeed. What's he got? A whole bookcase under his arm. Great. And finally the Pit Fighters. Got a lot of character these. They're just crazy characters. And you get 20 individual sculpts with a game, which is pretty cool. There you go. They're sort of 28mm scale. No, it's smaller than the usual heroic scale, but I think they'll be great running around on the board, and I think I'll have to just paint them up. There you go. Well, I have to say I'm certainly not disappointed with Wildlands. That's a beautiful little package. It's got really nice inserts. It's got 20 individual miniatures, 4 decks of cards, large cards, a deck of small cards, lots of lovely counters, and a really nice, large, colourful, bold map board. I think that's a very attractive production, and I'm really looking forward to playing it. From what I've heard, it's a light, fun skirmish game. I'll be telling you more about it as I get a chance to play it. And of course, I'll be making a rules summary for it as well, which will be on orderofgamers.com. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Hit all notifications. Go and check me out on Twitter and especially Facebook, please. Go and follow me on Facebook if you've got a second. I will see you next time. Bye for now.